Welcome back, trainers, and you better believe it, just because it's Christmas, the grind doesn't stop for me, so we're going to get up 2 videos. So if you can hit that like button, it would be much appreciated. We're going to go ahead and continue on to take a look at the core of Pidgeot and Cobalion. It's amazing, with, of course, Tapu Fini. Now, if you don't have a Tapu Fini, just try to figure out something that's going to be able to kind of cover that situation there. I guess you can use Primarina, but hey, it's up to you, whatever you want to fill in that slot with. It depends on what it's really throwing at you, so just kind of feel it up. But Pidgeot and Cobalion are amazing. So Pidgeot here is going to be one of my older ones that I've had for a while through a trade. It's going to be a 14, 15, 15. Need to best buddy it up. Cobalion, don't care about the IVs. It's like a 98. I plan on powering it up even more. I haven't been doing raids like I should have, but hey, a little bit busy over here because we got to stay on our grind. So let's see what we have. All right, hope everybody's having a great day. Me and my son have been playing a new game that is like Dead Space, and it's called the Callisto Protocol. So I personally think when Dead Space came out, I was blown away. To this day, I still believe that it is one of the best horror sci-fi space games around, just because of the feel, the atmosphere, how you're kind of by yourself. It's just amazing. Still feel like it's number 1. As far as number 2 and number 3 Dead Space, they're good, they're great, they're fantastic, but number 1 is the best. So this Callisto Protocol is literally like Dead Space, except for like kind of another universe, kind of the same feel, same layouts and all that stuff. So go check it out. It's amazing. It is very intense, so got any little kids, probably shouldn't be playing it around them, but amazing game. Just thought I'd drop that for you because that's what we're doing on our Christmas day. He's down there playing it. I was watching. We're gonna go get some Mexican food because this is what it is, folks. I love that Mexican food. It's great for when you're trying to gain gains, working out, because there's just so much calories in it, as well as your protein. So yeah, that's just why I like Mexican food, and it's quick, it tastes good, and it just gets it over with. I enjoy eating, but a lot of the times I hate trying to decide. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep going with what I like, right? Not trying to discover something random, I don't like it, and then all of a sudden I have to eat this nasty food. Anyways, with that said, what am I babbling on about over here? Food, okay. So we're up against the Drapion. That is going to be Shadow. This is a great situation here. Hitting me with an Aqua Tail. Okay, no problem at all. I'm not going to be able to farm down, so we're just going to go ahead and throw that Sacred Sword here to go ahead and take them out. Down they go. They've got 1 shield, so do we. We've got a lot of energy over here. Bringing in a Talonflame. We're going to go for Stone Edge. If they let this go, this is going to be a 1-shot. Of course, they're going to be shielding it up, so we swap into our Pidgeot. They bring in their Giratina. Now, we do need to look out for Ancient Power, and that's doing a lot of damage. We're going to be able to get to our Brave Bird barely here, so this is going to be a close battle. Taking out the Giratina, we still got all 3 Pokemon, and they've got 0 shield, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Tapu Fini. That's a wrap. They can't even take us out with Brave Bird, and we're looking good here. Let's keep it moving, folks, to see what we got for our next battle. And it's going to be leading with Pidgeot the entire time. Met with a Gyarados Shadow. What do they have for the quick move? It's going to be Dragon Breath. Okay, no problem at all. We're doing quite a bit with that Gust. So yes, I am going with Gust. You could go with Wing Attack, the newly buffed one, right? Again, I just don't want to use that right now. I just feel like Gust is working perfectly fine. So they're going to be swapping into a Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Cobalion here. And look out for a Superpower. One is not going to be able to take us out, but we're going to go ahead and shield it up anyways to just make sure we don't take all that damage for the first one here. Gonna let this one go, no problem at all. And it's barely doing anything. Are you kidding me? Wow, Cobalion is disgusting, folks. Bringing in their Gyarados. Really nothing. I mean, Aqua Tail? Okay, no problem. And we're going to go for the Sacred Sword because they are so glassy. Maybe we can get a shield, and there you go. You better believe it. And, oof, not quite building up to the Stone Edge here. We got quite a bit of energy shielding them up because we don't really want to go down. And swapping while holding onto that energy. We are shieldless, and they have a Regirock in the back. Folks, I can already see where this is going here. So what we're going to do is debuff them with the Feather Dance. Hardly any damage because, well, they're Rock type. What else are we going to do? Almost getting to the next one. So close. Now, we are shieldless at this point here. So how are we going to be able to pull this off? We still do have our Tapu Fini, so we have that going for us here. Bring into the Cobalion, hoping that we're going to be able to get to 2 Sacred Swords here. This is going to do quite a bit of damage. Remember that Regirock has been debuffed. Unfortunately, getting to the Sacred Sword, but not able to get off the dang move. But they don't even hit all that. What the heck? The Stone Edge, was that an undertap? Or was that how much damage it really did? Because we are still in fighting, so massive resistance. Nonetheless, we're going in here with Tapu Fini. We're going to be able to finish this off here. That was incredible. Well, it's not quite over yet. Oh, no, they said nah. They put their phone down or threw it against the couch or whatever the case may be. Taking that win. Looking good. Moving on to our next opponent, leading with that Pidgeot. Met with a Deoxys, something that we were just taking a look at for the last video, right? It's really good in the Ultra League, right? If you have those XL candies, it's not like you're going to... Well, you need a decent amount, right? Anyways, what's going on here? Going to go for... What are we going for? Feather Dance? Sounds good to me here. They did have... I was not paying attention, which... Well, Rock Side, okay, so yeah. Super effective, non-stab Deoxys doesn't have the best attack, and since we did debuff them by 2 stages, I mean, we're looking pretty good here, and we're bringing them down pretty low, to the point where we could pretty much farm them down. We're absolutely not going to be using a shield here, that would be a waste. They go for Psycho Boost, though, not enough to take us out, and they're using another charge move before we get to ours here, so they're going to be Energy Dry, another Psycho Boost. We could farm them down with Cobalion here. This is not very effective, so we're going to get a decent amount of farm off of them, and we've already almost got a Stone Edge ready to go here, so we're looking good. Bringing in a Charizard, going to go straight for the Stone Edge, obviously. We don't really need to go for no Sacred Sword or bait. Getting a shield, that's okay. No problem at all. We still are going to be able to gain a lot of energy fast here. I was getting a little desperate going for the Sacred Sword for whatever reason. I don't know why. Shielding up Blast. I mean, come on. At this point, we could have just made it to another Stone Edge. Getting the shield, that's why. Okay. Wow, I'm not even... Pay attention. Swapping to catch with our Tapu Fini. See if we can catch a Blast Burn here. And we do. Not very effective. Gosh, you love to see that. Let's go. Swapping into an Alolan Muck here. So we could go for the Moonblast, but I'm not trying to get hit by a Gunk Shot or Sludge Wave here. More than likely Sludge Wave. So we're just going to go ahead and do as much damage as we can with that Surf. All right. And there it is, taking us out. We are in a shieldless battle here, so we need to be a little bit careful. Bringing in the Cobalion, our last Pokemon, have a bunch of energy, building up a little bit more. Going for the Sacred Sword, unfortunately not enough to take them out, but that's okay. We have a Stone Edge ready to go. This is not going to touch us here. We resist everything that they're going to throw at us. In comes the Charizard, Stone Edge, you better believe it, and this is going to one-shot a whole family of them. And down it goes, and we take the win. I'm telling you, this core works great. All right, and it could be all screwed up depending upon that third Pokemon you have, so... Have a great lead up against Trevenant. We kind of pretty much wall this thing all the way around, and they're going to be swapping into their Cresselia here. So we're going to go ahead and debuff their attack, and we can even bring in our Cobalion. I mean, I'm going to have my bets on that they're going to be going with Moonblast. And since we did debuff their attack by 2 stages, check out how much it does. Hardly anything, because of that part Steel type on it, and it has some pretty good bulkiness to it. So going to go for the Stone Edge, of course, and just keep spamming these all the way through here. And... that Moonblast is really doing nothing. They're not going to be able to outpace me here. There's no way. They could potentially get the attack drop, which could damper everything, but they haven't gotten that so far, so we're looking pretty good. Letting the next one go as well. Still surviving over and over again. Do we have a ton of energy on this thing or what? So we're going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. Not quite taking them out. Didn't want to risk farming them down. Probably could have, but we're just going to go ahead and take them out here to win this clean matchup and just call it a good right now. Holding on to 2 shields. Bringing in a Trevenant. Unfortunately, going to be able to farm us up for a decent amount of energy, but we got Pidgeot to wall them. They swap into their Giratina, and I bring in my Tapu Fini. Should have probably got off the Feather Dance to lower their attack, but that's okay. Tapu Fini is still going to be able to put in the work here. But it is kind of still an iffy situation here. I already know we're going to be able to win this matchup. But yeah, we're getting the shield with the Surf. Beautiful. They did not want to get hit by that Moonblast. Great. Going for a Shadow Sneak. Okay, sounds good to me. It looks like I'm trying to get to that Moonblast desperately here. Still have 2 shields, and I think the time is now to go ahead and start using these up here, because we need to do a decent amount of damage to them, or at least get that last shield, which I do believe they're going to do, because they don't want Trevenant to go up against it. So I immediately swap, and they bring in the Trevenant. I don't know why. Sounds good to me. And we're going to be able to take this win here. This is easy money. The Seed Bomb is still doing a respectable amount of damage. Okay, don't push, don't let that. It's not some pushover over here. Anyways, going for was that Brave Birds. Go ahead and take them out here, and getting to the Feather Dance. That wasn't enough, but this is going to be able to KO them here. Pidgeot helping us take the win at the end. Let's go. Moving it on to our next opponent. And if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do, folks. I really do appreciate it. Met with a Jellicent. They're going to be immediately retreating. I would assume they have no Ice Beam on that, and bringing in an Alolan Muck. And so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Cobalion, because it really doesn't want anything to do with Jellicent's ghost typing, right? Alright, so we're going to go for the Stone Edge here. Sacred Sword. What do you want to do? Stone Edge or Sacred Sword? Just keep going with Sacred Sword. Up against the Alolan Muck, yeah. Unless their shields are down and you know you're going to be able to KO them with the Stone Edge clean, that I guess. But otherwise, just keep going that way. So at this point, we're going to be able to farm them down and come out of this with a decent amount of energy here, and still in the yellow, bringing in that Jellicent, and we're going to go ahead and start throwing these Stone Edges here. And, well, they're going to be taking a decent amount of damage, but of course they're going to resist the fighting, getting to another Stone Edge, and it looks like they're trying to farm me down. Is that what they're doing over there? That's not a good thing. If I do recall, yeah, they're going to be trying to farm me all the way down. So going for a Sacred Sword, just a little desperate, trying to get a shield. Let's see if we do. And they don't. Down we go. We had 1 HP when we got that off, bringing in the Pidgeot. But guess what? They were playing mind games. They absolutely freaking have Ice Beam. Super effective, not looking good. They swap into their Scrafty. I bring in the Tapu Fini, and that's a wrap. They back out. We take the win. They already knew it was over. Looking good. See? That's another reason why it's not an esport. I mean, you know, I hate to keep on saying that, but it's a fun game. It's a very competitive game. But a lot of times, it doesn't come down to skill. It's just, oh, well, I just lose because of this typing I have in the back, right? Simple as that. So next battle, what are we looking at here? Pidgeot going up against Ninetales with Charm. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat here into our Tapu Fini. They're bringing in their Giratina. Sounds good. And they've already used a shield here, so this is perfect. We're going to go straight for the Moonblast. No need to bait here. Yeah, simple as that. This is going to do a ton of damage. Although the Water Gun is not very effective, so we still have to at least get to a surf, but hey, we're landing that, so that's all we really needed to do at this point here. Looking good. Tapu Fini is an amazing Pokemon, and its shiny is going to be all black. So yeah, sign me up for those raids. Absolutely want one of those. So I do not hit all the bubbles because I wanted to gain a little bit of farm here, but it doesn't really matter. It's pointless because the Ninetales is just going to be able to charm me out immediately here. Bringing in the Cobalion, we're going to resist it all. I mean, come on. Let's go. And they have a Poliwrath in the bag, so we're going to go ahead and just throw this Sacred Sword here, do a little bit of damage, swap into our Pidgeot, and get to the charge move. Now we have 1 shield left, which we're going to have to use. I'm not trying to take an Ice Punch or a Scald. That's going to be doing enough to take us out. So we need to get this off. That is the key. Now Dynamic Punch is going to be absolutely devastating, but they let that go, which is kind of crazy. We're able to farm them down, and at this point I'm thinking, well, I would have shielded up the Poliwrath. I'm not saying you misplayed or anything, but I felt like that was your last hold the line Pokemon. But anyways, looking good here, and that's pretty much it. If you did enjoy these videos, these battles, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Hope everybody is having a good holiday and staying warm. Take care and be safe out there.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the